back. This is the intake, and I'm Mike. This is my update for the Customs Hot Rods Illustrated Annual Group Build, hosted by Paul over at West Coast Model Car Builds. Check him out. Paul's got a great channel, lots of cool magazines, a lot of good models, whole family builds. Awesome channel. Check it out. Really good. You won't regret it. I'm doing the 55 Nomad, and I've got most of the body work done. I cut the top. Fixed all the seams, panel lines. I took out the chrome along here, the chrome over the headlights. I just thought that chrome just kind of gives it the appearance of the eyebrow that I love so much. It shortens it to me. That's just my opinion. I wanted it to be smoothed out. I have a little work to do, a little bit of tiny body work here and there to do to fix a couple little spots. But for the most part, it's looking pretty good. Spent a lot of time on this, getting it to this point. Pretty happy with myself. That's the custom inset for the custom grill. I did use epoxy sculpt, put it in there. Learned how to work with that a lot better. Looking pretty good. I'm backwards there. One spot right here I got to touch up a little bit of work there, and a little more primer, and I think that'll be good to go. One thing I don't know, where did I put it? The hood. I put it somewhere. I did have it on a stick, but I can't see it now. I sanded down the hood. The hood's got a little twist in it. I have to fix it. Just a tiny twist, but it doesn't sit right. And it wasn't sitting all the way back. It was kind of hanging out over the front of this. And I sanded in here on the hood and slid it in more. You could tell that was the problem because these 2 points weren't up against the body of the car. So it really worked out. It set it back in. It looks a lot better. I feel a little bit like Jimmy from Leadhead Customs. I'm not comparing myself to him. He's an unbelievable model builder. I'm just saying that's, kind of what he would do, I'm sure. But, yeah, so the one big thing on the bottom here where it was on the sprue, this was all deformed. So I've run a couple of thin layers of plastic on here. And if you can see here, it kind of goes up. So I'm going to put another thin piece of plastic right here and sand that down. Then I've got a thicker piece because I'll show you that lip. There's a thicker piece that I'm going to glue in here. And I want to get that body curve. There's that little lip, and I'll show you on the other side. This little lip right here. That curve, I want that back. It's a pronounced body line on there. It's really cool looking. And this one's gone, so I'm trying to put it back in. I think I think I can get it close. I don't know how perfect I can make it, but I think I can get it there. I removed all the badging and door handles are gone. The windshield wipers and the vents are gone. I have a few scratches left in there I'm going to fix up, and that'll be done. I did kind of lose the windshield, the chrome. So I might try to use that same real thin, I think 0.10 or something, plastic, and put that line back in. I don't know if I can do it or not. Might be worth a try. As you can see, it's missing there, but I don't even know if it's worth it. But I'm going to think about that. One thing I did do a lot of work on, and that was the glass. So these two windows on either side here were not fitting right. I couldn't get them to work, and I saw Tim's Customs. He said, just cut the glass off of this in his video. He goes, get rid of that. And I worked and it wouldn't fit right, and it kept popping these pillars off and pushing up against the tub, and I cut that off. I cut the rest. I cut all this off, and put these in, and they fit right in. And I was like, I could have probably saved myself. Yeah, I can't give you a good view, but they fit right in. Hey, look, I don't even know if I can hold it for you. They fit in there great. On the inside, though, that I was doing so much sanding, and now they're actually a little small. It was this holding it down the whole time. I cut it out. I know you got to glue them in individually, but I think I would have been a lot better off. And I'd save myself a lot of work if I would have just cut those pieces off and just glued them in individually. And speaking of which, Mark, Ed from 125 Rods was talking about the headliner material people are using. Well, this is what I'm talking about for the headliner material. It's very thin, and it has these ribs in it. So it gives it the appearance of a headliner if you just glue the high spots and around the perimeter of the ceiling of the car, roof of the car, and the high spots on this, it'll maintain that look. And you just paint it to whatever color you want. So this is the material you really want to look for. I don't scribe it or anything because it's already ribbed, as you can see. See those ribs in there? So that's the kind of packing material you want. And that'll really help. So why I brought that up is I was looking at the glass, and I'm thinking, well, when I put it in there, how am I going to hold it? How am I not? There's not a lot of surface to glue to just along up here and down the pillars and stuff. And then I'm like, well, if I'm putting that headliner in, I can literally just put, to me, a tape up along here and tape it to the ceiling and glue the sides, and it's going to hold it. I put the headliner in over it, and you'll never see it. It's gone. Leave the tape on. Easy. So I think that's the route I'm going to go. I think I'm going to be doing that a lot now with the tape, and hide it with the headliner. So that's what I'm going to do. I did do the back of the seat. That was a big thing here. I'm sorry, I'm coming in the camera. Sorry about that, but that's when I forget to put stuff on my little video table here, and I have to reach forward. This back of the seat wasn't in the kit, right? So I've talked about it in one of my videos. I was going to make it out of, this is for the El Camino version of this kit, and it had this material coming off the back here to connect the floor. When you put this roof in, it makes the bed of the truck. It connects it up with the back of the car, with this section. So this is made to look like wood. So then the El Camino top comes down, and then the floor would cover this, right? And tie it all together. So that's the material I used to make this back. And then I just took some thin styrene and made a band around it. And I'm going to probably paint that the silver, because there's a lot of silver in here. I'm trying to give you some light here. Show you some silver in here where the tire, spare tire would be, or whatever's in here. And then it's around the perimeter too. So I'm also going to do that around the top of the back seat, like it's because this is supposed to be like a wood material. So I did do that. I'm happy with that. I thought I had another thought to here. It worked out really well. I thought I had something else to say about that. Kind of drawing a blank on it now, but it looks good. It's gonna play the part. I'll be happy with that. So there it is. And I got to figure out the lighting a little better when I'm going to show you stuff on camera like that. So that's my update. Customs Hotrod Illustrated's annual group build. Paul, Left Coast Model Car Builds, hosting. Thank you. Thanks to all my subscribers. And thanks for watching. Greatly appreciated. You take care.